not gonna have you fighting with Scott on my fucking YouTube.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm a successful YouTuber, and I have my script here. I have my script here that I'm reading everything word for word on, all right? This is free-flowing, okay? I am free flower. That's my fantasy name in my D&D world. What? Okay, so other YouTubers tend to I don't consider myself a YouTuber, but other YouTubers, the ones that you subscribe and follow and are successful on this site, they script their shit out, dude. Like, you know this, I know this, and I can't get it through my head to like write a script. And you know why? Because I think it sucks that way. Unless you're making a documentary style video, just get good at doing this. Am I good? No. No! I can't get my head around anything. I can't finish a thought. I don't even know where I'm going right now. But I know why I'm here. I'm here because of this man right here. I drew a picture of him for my friends. Okay? His name is King Cobra JFS. He's a YouTuber. He's got to be hands down my favorite YouTuber. Alright? And I'm going to forget everything that I thought was funny in that last video that I did. It was too long. It's 23 minutes long. Okay? And so I'm gonna finish my thoughts. Okay, this is hands down my favorite YouTuber. All right, he's just a dude who makes vlogs. He's out of Wyoming, and he's a real, genuine, true to life character. And that's it. Me and three of my friends have been watching him for four years now, I think. And when we first started watching him, he had 1,800 followers, subs, and now he's got over 13,000. Why? Because he's just a genuine character, and there's everything. Like, let's switch over to this. All right, let's take a big look at this photo that I drew. It went through many names. It has many names. I can't settle on one, but one of them is cross section, because that's what he's doing right now. I have him holding up. He likes to start eating his creations, his burgers, and then he holds them up and he says, "Look at that cross section, YouTube. You know you want to bite." And there's been an evolution with his foodieism and my viewerism of him, where it ended up going from sort of like, it's funny because you're holding your mouth and you're just sort of like, oh my god, this is what you're watching is a vile, like I'm not a troll, by the way. If Cobra sees this, I'm not a troll. I'm an ally. All right. He gets very testy on his live streams. If you even disagree with him, Cobra, that's not actually how it works. You get blocked from my channel, troll. I'm not that, all right? I don't even write in his channel. I don't even write on his YouTube live streams. I don't comment because of that, because I know how testy it can be. I know how easy it could be for him to turn on you and ban you from your channel, and that's not my intention. My intention is to watch and enjoy the Cobes, you know what I mean? So anyway, what was I saying? His foodieisms have evolved with me over the years, where nowadays it's almost shameful to admit this, but I get hungry watching him cook now. I mean, feel like I need to qualify that, but I feel like you know, I started out with, back in the day, he would do food reviews, sitting at a Wendy's, pointing a camera at himself, and then just describe what he's doing as he's eating. And he's just very, very entertaining. And I have no ill will towards this man. He does have his very bad trolls. He has his cheeky monkey trolls who just like poke jabs and make their cracks, and they're actually funny. His live chat is very funny. The shit that people say, like, I will scroll up to catch what people are saying and stuff. They make me laugh, man. And most of them are benign, I feel, but he's got a small percentage of people who are not. And I don't condone that. I think people should let Cobra be Cobra. People donate to him and say, don't spend this at the CY bar, don't spend this at Frosty's or whatever, and he's like, don't tell me how to spend my fucking money. And it's like, rightfully so. It's like, let him be Cobra, you know what I mean? He's got a roof over his head, he's breathing, he's got plenty of pipe tobacco, you know what I mean? Like, he's good. Let him be himself. Don't try to control him, man. Don't try to control him. And so anyway, let's get back on track. Yeah, I actually have found myself getting hungry. Maybe I catch a little mouth-watering action happening while he's got food going on. And I think I've figured out why. It's because he's such a lover of food and making food, and you see him enjoying his creation and anticipation and stuff, and it just becomes this sort of like primitive reaction in your head. Because ultimately, let's be honest, that's not a seasoned pan. That's an unwashed pan. That's an unwashed pan, dude. Like, for real. Anyway, I just had a side thought distract my train of thought there. In the last take that I took, I started going off on these ramblings, like, because it's January 1st, you know, everybody's on YouTube, everybody's scared of this COPA thing or whatever. I made a little jab about it at the beginning in my intro. I think that the reason why I don't have to worry is because I get like 17 views on my videos. I don't get money, and that's where the big problem lies. I know I just took a drastic right turn into a foreign subject, but I'll get back on track in a second. I'm feeling a lot more even-headed. You know what I mean? The last one is very like swinging around from thought to thought, losing my train of thought. With this, it has to do with advertising. And unless YouTube is putting ads on my videos that don't get views, none of my shit's ever been monetized, so what do I care? Like, I'm not peddling crack to kids, you know what I mean? And so anyway, just so that I get that out of my head, what was I going to say? But I do worry about copyright and stuff. Like, I have my own curated Cobra soundboard, okay? And I've compiled it for months.
Good gravy.
I have plenty of Cobra drops, and I even have Darflini drop.
Yep, no problem. Thanks for serving us.
All right, you know what I mean? Is there? Oh, this is actually the better one.
You probably dead, or someone else probably dead.
All right, and but I do have one that I used of he sang the song "The Power" by Snap. I don't know why it was. I just caught a clip of it one time, and he did it very. I basically righted the wrong, and if I talk over it, I know this is going to ruin it, but if I talk over it, then it probably won't get flagged by Google AI bots. So I'm going to say happy. No, I'm not going to sing a song, but I'm just going to keep talking over it so that nobody can say, okay, right? We're just going to keep talking and say whatever's happening. Okay. That is actually, I'm not worried about that now. So anyway, that I do worry about, because why can't I just be, it's derivative. Like, why can't anything be derivative of anything else? Why can't anything be parody anymore? You know what I mean? Like, that's a gag. Like, I'm transforming, but no, like, cybernetic AI needs to come in and take over and tell us what's right and wrong and all that shit. And, you know what I mean?
You know where I'm at. What's really good.
So getting back on track, yeah, so Cobra videos for me. I've been watching Cobra so long that, you know what, we can get into the time-lapse too, by the way. I just realized this is going to be a lot longer due to, you know, me rambling. I'm getting off on a roll here, boys. And gals and whoever. That was just a frame of term. So as you see these long shots where I have it way up high and then it goes down low, I was trying to find the vanishing point, and it's way lower than I thought, so I had to, because I'm making this from scratch, so I basically caught the general, I'm going back in my head to the old thought, it's screwing me up. I found the vanishing point, the relative vanishing point of the main reference photos that I have, of which you're seeing right now. One is with Cobra in it, one is without him. He walked away, and that's for the background. That's for most of the broad strokes of the background. So yeah, but this is a different aspect ratio. Okay, so like his shit's is 16:9. My average poster size is a medium 18:24, which is 3:4. And so you would see if you go back, you know what? I have the power. I've got the power to go back. Let's go back to the beginning. See that right there at the top near my time-lapse thing? You see the checkerboard thing? That's because that's the aspect ratio of mine, which is bigger than the reference photo. And so I cut it up into rule of thirds so that I can, and then I measured cues. You know what I mean? I measured key points along the way, measured them out, translated them onto my drawing. That's how that worked. And so I had many photos that I used, many reference photos you're going to see flickering all around. Even my main ones right there, I wanted the photo to be at night, so the incandescent, yellowy incandescent bulb is in the background in the living room area. I had daytime photos for clarity for certain objects. I wanted the dining room light to be off, I wanted the kitchen light to be on, and I wanted the living room light to be on. But none of my photos were like that, so I had to Frankenstein them all together through reference photos and stuff like that. You can see me drawing Sean the ventriloquist dummy, and you can see the pillar behind him. I did all this detail before I realized right here, I'm like, dude, don't even bother, because you're forgetting that Cobra is going to take up most of the picture. So let's make sure that he is put in place first, and then don't waste all this time figuring out detail for shit that's going to be blocked by him. And that's way better job than I did the first time around, the first go. That's a way better job of describing it. All that is my math that I do. They say music is math, so I don't feel so bad that I, have incorporated math into my drawings. That layout is what host Alex Correa called one time called A Beautiful Mind, because I figured out I'm trying to get like more concise with the math portion in the drawing, but in the drawing, but it's necessary because if I just eyeball it, then it might come out a little bit wonky. So I need to make sure that I have I need to make sure that what I'm drawing is laid out properly, so it fills the space intended. You know what I mean? You could see my original sketch of how big the head is that I want it to be, where I want it to be. But then you need to make sure that you get certain key points before you start rolling with the creative side. I don't know. I guess I'm just judging myself for that. Like, like I'm somehow, it makes me less creative. When really it's like music theory. It's like people, your crazy long-haired metalhead guys who like, yeah, rock, dude, I'm chugging beer. Those people know more about, scales and music than anybody. You know what I mean? And that's what I learned way later in life. I used to think it just comes from the soul, man, because bullshitters just say that, while they observe people who do things. This isn't where I wanted to go with what I was saying, but it's fine. But yeah, like, this is going to be the theme. The underlying theme is the food part, where I'm basically trying to justify the fact that my mouth is watered watching Cobra videos. Or did I already finish that thought completely and sufficiently? I don't know. But I will say that he's a better cook than me. I will say that. I'm a tidier man than him. I'm a cleaner man than him. But I can't cook. I'll tell you that much. And he loves his food, so right on, like full power, steam ahead to him. So yeah, let's see. So what this was again, 3 of my friends and I watched Cobra, and we have for years, and I wanted to surprise them with what I was calling Project AVCC, a Very Cobra Christmas. Okay, I had this idea a couple months ago, and I said, man, what if I got, because Cobra makes wands, Cobra Crafts Wands. You know what? He's got a Cobra Craft Wands shirt. That's a great logo. I don't know who made it for him. He has a shirt of it, and his Etsy page has it. Make that a shirt, dude. Like, forget all the other stuff that you're making. Like, make that a shirt. I want that as a shirt. I don't know. I've never found it available. But anyway, so he's got his Etsy store. He crafts wands, and I said, if I can get my hands on 3 of them, then AVCC is on. I'm going to get them some tactical soap. We'll get into that in a minute. I'm going to get them Cobra wands, and I'm going to draw a Cobra portrait for them. And that evolved into, holy shit, there's always some weird Casper, Wyoming townies sitting on the edge of his bed. I said, what if I made them, my boys that, okay? And then I could just have like a universal body, you know what I mean? And then I could just switch draw a head of each of them, personalize it. And I said, that's a great idea. And then the food thing came along, and I said, oh man, what if he's holding up a burger, and then they're holding a burger, and thus that's the train of thought that came into mind. And I said, now the thing is that can I get my hands on these wands? Because they actually do sell out quick, and the batches are kind of spaced out in between. Like in this instance, October is when I got mine, and I kept checking in for weeks. Every day I'd check in. And one fateful Sunday morning, boom, there was 4 of them. And I scooped up 3 of them. And turns out he just put them up the night before, the Saturday night before. And in the morning, they were gone. And so they had sold out. And again, space. So I said, I got my hands on them. This picture's going to happen. I'm going to draw this photo. And it's actually one of my favorites that I've ever done. Because I care about it. You know what I mean? Like, this is actually, like, there's a lot of humor in following Cobra, but it's, you know, he's got many sides. You follow him long enough, it's like if you allow yourself to follow him long enough, then there's many sides to him, and it's all interesting. He goes through sagas. There's like people that are in and out of his life that are none of them are good to follow except for Darflini, but like, you know, most of them are kind of like, you get protective of Cobra and be like, I don't know, this guy seems like he's kind of sponging off of him and shit, you know what I mean? But yeah. It's like anything else. You get into it enough and then you're hooked. And this is a hard sell, I would say. Like, especially, you know, the food thing, but it's a slow burn. Cobra's always been a slow burn. Like, if you get into it long enough, then it makes the gems hit. And one of the things that I appreciate, actually, which, again, puts me in that he's a troll category according to Cobra law, but it's not, is he doesn't give enough, he hates this other channel that makes highlight clips of him, bite-sized Cobra vids, and he hates them, and he won't acknowledge them. But they actually got me back into Cobra after a long lapse of falling out. And it's because they make these great, like, 5 to 7 minute long things, you know what I mean? Sometimes they're 12, whatever. It's like these short highlight clips that give you all the good stuff. And it got me back into it. And then after watching those for long enough, I started getting back into the actual long versions. Like, I just throw them on at work and listen to them and stuff. It got me back into Cobra in a huge way. And anyway, so got the wands, got the drawing going, got the tactical soap. Now, here's the thing. Cobra has been pimping this stuff called tactical soap. It's pheromone soap. It gets the ladies in the mood, you know what I mean? And it gets the ladies in the mood. Cobra loves it, and he just constantly gives them free advertising. And he has a large fan base that actually, I'm living proof of that. Like, if it wasn't for Cobra, they would have not gotten business from this guy, which means there's more of me out there based on Cobra. You know what I mean? I like this. My boy looks like a geriatric there because I didn't fill in the hair and all this shit, and he had kind of like a sick look to his face. Anyway, anyway, the tactical soap. Okay, so the thing is that he got in touch with them after a shipping gripe, and they offered him an affiliation because he flexed his viewership on YouTube, and they offered him an affiliate code, and which he got, which gives you a whopping 10% off your order at the Grondike Soap Company, Scott Carr. And so the problem, though, is that I go, okay, I'm getting that King Cobra JFS, or no, King Cobra, promo code King Cobra, go to Tactical Soap Company. First thing they do is hit you with, join our mailing list, get $5 off your order, which is way more than their shitty 10%. All right, 10%. Come on, man. Like, be more respectful to Cobra is what I'm saying. Grondike Soap Company, because they tempted you with more of a discount, and I said no. This is an attempt to pay. Not homage. This is the homage. To throw a little appreciation towards a YouTuber that's given me a lot of entertainment and laughs over the years. And So I you know, supported his company, and I supported the company that he loves with his promo code, so that it would, you know, obviously I wouldn't give a fuck about you know, let's be honest here. I wouldn't be you know, supporting the company that he loves. If that's the case, I would be buying Earthquake beer every week. That shirt, I said I got to keep this reference photo because that shirt, it needs to be utilized. I put it on the guys, and I also, as you saw earlier, I used an actual Cobra reference for their body. I said this burger, I was like, perfect, more burgers. You know what I mean? More burgers. I'm getting hungry right now because burgers are my favorite. He made these. He made this sushi bacon burger. Now take the bacon part out of it, but burgers and sushi are two of, if not my favorite foods, and he made a sushi bacon burger, and I was salivating, and I think that's the pinnacle. I think that's the wrap of that story that I kept cutting myself off from earlier. And so anyway, I'm losing my train of thought, but that's okay, because I got a lot out, and if there's anything that I'm forgetting. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Oh, okay. That was anyway, I figured that would help me get back on track, but it won't. So is there anything that I was forgetting? There's got to be a ton of stuff that I'm forgetting, but I'm way happier with the detail that I've said during this one. One of my friends, when he saw this, he said, the carpet's clean in the drawing. And touche is all I can say to that. Touche. All right. This burger was one of the hardest things I've ever had to draw. I'll tell you that much. I can't get into much more detail than that, but it's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? And I spent hours, like 4 hours the last night, getting that one done. And it was all burger, baby, because that's like another portrait. But so I'll meet you on the flip side of the we're gonna wrap this up. I'll meet you on the exit screen. But now, if you've never been exposed to Cobra, this is a terrible crash course of it. But that's what it is. I'm not on my right stuff here. So yeah, we'll meet you on the other side.
And that, dear friends, was the story of Cobra.
I made that. The transition didn't go as well as I thought it was going to go, but at least it's way better than the first one. What are we at right now? What are we at? No way! 22 minutes still? Wow. Okay. I guess it's as long as it was going to be the last time, so I have a minute to wrap this up. Yeah. Shit. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Shoutouts to Cobra. Shoutouts to any Cobra fans that happen upon this, and he would hate to hear somebody say this, but shout outs to Bite Size too. They're doing great work. It's a great way to get people who don't know Cobra into the, because they're not going to sit there and watch him. Not everybody, I mean, like certain people aren't going to watch him and understand what's happening, but they just compile it into a nice bite-sized thing. Yeah, if I forgot anything, then screw it. This is the video. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I have no sign off.